Yesterday during the prayer group, I was prayed for, and I gave everything away. I gave that 1%, and I'm really grateful for that. Like, it did something to me that, it was a feeling that I can't even explain.
The Reset is a camp. It's a nonprofit organization for inner city kids just to come and worship and experience the Lord out here. And it's also a camp for youth leaders to equip them and to prepare them to pour back into their local churches and their communities.
God daily, every day, you've got to spend some time with God. And if you go home and do that, if that's the first thing you do, even if you feel you leave from camp and it's not as much of an experience as at home like you were here at camp, if you spend that time with God, you can make the sanctuary in your own room. And so that time with God is valuable and it's precious. So God daily, all right?
Kids at your school who aren't believers, you think you're stupid. I mean, I just remember sitting down by myself reading the Bible at my junior year and being like, man, what am I doing this for? What am I doing? And now I look back and say, man, now I know why I do this. And you can't trade that for the world.
Here we want inner city kids to understand that we know your home life may be hard. We know there are some things in your life that doesn't seem right, but the Lord has a specific purpose and will for you.
I came here, everything was just different, and I felt like I was lost and confused, and like I just didn't have a path. But like now that I understand everything that we was taught in the songs and the lessons, the prayers, everything, it really helped me. And now I feel like I'm not blind anymore. Like I walk by faith and I got my sight, and I'm gonna apply it to my life when I get back home, and I feel like everything's gonna be different.
Walking into the worship hall, people get it turned. As they would say, you have to be the thermostat, not the thermometer. You don't go off of the setting of the room. You're actually creating the tone of the room. We walk in there and people loud, they clapping pool noodles together. They're just getting it to where we need to be.
Upbeat, jazzy, fun, loud.
I don't think anybody knew what to expect when we came in. So I think they kind of came in and the worship was completely different than what they're used to. And they're like, why are they so in my face, and why are they so loud, and why is everybody jumping up and down?
In a lot of ways are different. The culture is a lot of different, but it's really cool because in the midst of that, the gospel and the word of God is still the truth.
Everybody is coming here from the perspective of learning more about Christ.
The biggest thing I pray that students get from camp this year is just that intimacy, like allowing the Spirit to really connect with you and allowing the Spirit to really speak to you, because you don't have that white noise around you when you're out here. You are able to freely hear from God, and you're able to really connect with God on your own. We have a lot of free time for you to do that, and so I just pray that the students really take advantage of that time.
I'm Gabby, I'm 18 years old. This is my second year at Reset, and every time I come here it's just a different feel, a different experience from New Orleans and where I'm from. And I love coming here because every time I come, I just feel like I can pour out my heart and soul into worship and getting to know God better, because the city has so many distractions and I can never get my mind on God in the right time, in the right area, in the right space. But when I come to a new atmosphere, a new area with Reset, I can just get there immediately. God is literally here at Reset Camp. It is hard for students to actually get into the Word and actually start reading it and actually start praising God without all of the distractions of cell phones, of other people, of friend groups. All of that is really hard to get into that atmosphere. But when you come here You're literally set in an atmosphere where you can actually worship God and not feel like you're being judged or ridiculed or feel left out because everyone is doing the exact same thing. And I feel like people in the city should come to a Reset Camp to actually get to know Christ better.
Our staff is full of people. Some people came from single parent homes. Some people came from their grandmother raising them. We have that same similarities. When you come from the same place with somebody and you like walking with them through that journey, you have a instant relationship with them because you understand my struggle. You understand my pain.
The kids seem to lose a sense of God. Like, where is God? Like, who is showing me the way to God? How can I improve my walk with God without help? And that's what Reset is there for, to tell those kids.
These kids aren't poured into a lot. They're not encouraged. They think little of themselves, and so to see someone that looks like them, to tell them, I love you, I'm proud of you, even though we probably just met 2 hours ago, it just gives them the strength that they need. And I feel like that's something that Reset does very well.
Attention and our first priority should be Jesus, and I really think that's what Reset has done. Like, we've put Jesus at the center and have kind of shown kids, like, look at the center, like, look at this, look at Jesus.
Those same youth will come back to eventually be on staff.
Being an African American in this culture and society, you're belittled so much because of your skin color.
They've been through things that you've gone through, and you can actually talk to them about those things, and they can actually give you spiritual advice, not just advice from the world and different aspects of their life, but from a Christian's point of view. And you can get that from a leader. That's just a different feel, and you can actually learn from them because they're in the same boat as you.
They need resources. Most camps will look at the resources from the campers themselves. With Reset, it's a little different in that we have to raise funds not from the campers, but from supporters and sponsors.
Do you want to be a part of something that is going to reach what I feel are a group of students that oftentimes are not being reached? Do you want to be a part of something that you can look back and go, you know what, this is a camp that's going to go and do great things and impact the kingdom in great ways, and I helped. I was able to be a part, whether that's in leading, whether that's in praying, but also whether that's in financial support.
I thank you, Jesus, for everything that you've already done through this camp and what you will continue to do. So God, would you come, would you be glorified, and would you have your way in our lives? Lord, we just love you, we praise you, we thank you. I ask for all of